Oh yeah, I heard.
Yo, yo.
Yo, what it is, what it is, what it is. You already know. Fuck Your Feelings podcast, man. We've been away. So it's a lot to talk about.
Yes, sir.
It's a lot of. It's All Star Weekend. Shit, we ain't recorded since the Super Bowl happened, man.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man.
Man, fuck. So are we gonna start with the Super Bowl or the NFL? Or the
Yeah,
state
we
of
can. Shit,
NFL?
why not? Why not?
I don't even I don't want to get into Tom Brady. I'm gonna just say, fuck. If you did not see that coming, you ain't been watching this shit.
Yeah. I think that was one of the things we both agreed on right there.
No, absolutely. But so first of all, understand that when he went to Tampa, I said he at least gonna be in the Eastern. Basketball. The goddamn NFC Championship game, because that's who Tom Brady is. He goes to the championship game. People told me I was crazy. It's some niggas who won't pay me no money saying I said they was going to win the division and all that bullshit. But anyway, it's just who Tom Brady is. We ain't going to get on that because it's something way more interesting than football to me at this point.
But it was simple math. You put the greatest quarterback of all time
With the best
on the best team, position by position he's ever been on.
Yeah.
I mean, they got 5 or 6 Pro Bowls on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
At least. That's crazy. You got at least 10 Pro Bowlers on that team.
Well, I'm going to piggyback that in Tom Brady a little bit because I think Tom Brady is the reason for what I really want to talk about. And the way these quarterbacks, the quarterback carousel, out the blue, nobody, okay, so you got quarterbacks asking to leave, and I can see Dak asking to leave, and I could have seen, I couldn't see Matthew Stafford asking to leave. I don't know why he did, but oh well.
I mean, he should have did it a couple years ago. I think he waited too long.
I mean, at the end of the day, what do we?
When Megatron left, I think I would have probably.
I mean, I could see that because they were a duo, but how much value
and the history. I mean, think about what happened with Barry Sanders before. Barry Sanders didn't really want to retire. He just didn't want to play for them no more, and they wouldn't. They said they wasn't going to trade.
No, and I give you that too. My thing is, what about Matthew Stafford? What has Matthew Stafford done to make you go? He can go. I don't want to be here no more. Trade me.
No, I ain't saying he deserved to do it, but I mean, if I was him still, because I do believe, if he'd have went to the right situation, he could have definitely been in the same discussions with I ain't gonna say with Tom Brady,
with
Roethlisberger and definitely like Phillip Rivers and some of those guys.
I mean,
but being like the second tier.
But what the hell is being in the conversation with Phillip Rivers in real life?
I mean, you got to keep it real, man. He ain't win no Super Bowl, but the man was a man.
He's a pretty good player. He's
better than.
He's a pretty good player.
I don't care for him too much, but when I went back and I look at his stats and look at to me, he only had one team 1 year. I think. Well, to me, he underachieved. The rest of the time, man, he going up again. Look what he.
Hey, yo, let me. I don't care about that. That's one of the biggest cop outs. This Fuck Your Feelings podcast. So we got to stop sugarcoating shit for people, man. I don't care why you didn't win. I care if you won or you lost. You want to know what's fucked up? Why sports is fucked up and why people are overpaid and why. We hold people to so many of these expectations. It's because as the fan, as the sports writer, as the whoever, we throw out words like great and elite and out the people who don't fucking deserve it. Becoming great is okay. If you run a 4.2, you fast, right? You super fast.
Super fast.
How many niggas who ran a 4.2 couldn't make it on the football field? It's way more to that shit than.
Oh yeah,
you see? Hold on.
I agree with it. I agree.
And with that being said, I'm gonna piggyback a little bit. Think about how we look at Tyreek Hill, right?
Yeah.
If Tyreek Hill don't have a Super Bowl and he would have hurt himself, and now he can't run a 4.3, and which makes the league. The people who do this shit go, we got to stay away from him. And then they trade him to somewhere else. And then his career stopped in 2 years. We would have just been like, damn, that nigga used to be nice. And that's it.
Yeah, but that's greatness doesn't 1 year or 2 years, 3 years don't make you great. Great is your body of work.
Yeah, but by the same token, like there's something that speeds up that argument. And that's a championship. Like when you can
championships
take
can speed it up.
when you can take what you do, like I don't care that Jeff George could throw the shit out the ball. I ain't gonna talk about no new people. I'm gonna talk about somebody we look at crazy. Jeff George could throw the shit out the football, right?
Yeah.
But he could throw the football so good and bad that it hurt his team too, and he never was able to win with that shit. So we don't care about it.
But see,
if we had a competition,
you can't compare.
Hold on. Just listen to me. But if we had a competition of, we just lined them niggas up and you covered their face up so don't nobody know who is who, and we just had them throwing the football, Jeff George might be one of the top 4, right? It's that's possible. So
he had definitely had one of the strongest.
So if he went and accurate, and you see what I'm saying, like, but if you take all of that and put it together with his decision making, he go from being elite to mediocre.
Yeah, but the only thing that is elite with him was his workouts. Like, if watching him in a game, like you might see flashes, you might see a couple throws, you be like, yo, I ain't never seen a throw like that. But then he gonna turn around and throw 3 picks like that.
The same with Jay Cutler.
I'm about to say, Jay Cutler, Jameis Winston, and they damn near the same person.
I agreed.
Them 3 is damn near the same person.
Which is why when it comes down to it, like, okay, like when we talk about the greats, like honestly, if you like cover their face up and put their numbers side by side, they're gonna be so close that you can't pick. Like if you didn't show championships, if you just put Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Dan Marino, Brett Favre, Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Phillip Rivers, John Elway, you put all their numbers side by side.
Yeah.
And you don't show Super Bowls or MVPs or none of that shit. Just put their numbers side by side. You would go, well, shit, who is who? Because they all, like, when you, in order to get in that conversation, you had to do some shit.
Yeah, but see,
so what separates
what they did on the field? Like, if we, like, all right, you gonna say take away this? Okay, well, if you take away Super Bowls, what they did is still different from other quarterbacks. Like, you got a tier below that, numbers wise. Like, that's what I'm saying. When I say, like, I would never say Phillip Rivers is a top 5, top 10 quarterback of all time. But I believe he has put up a Hall of Fame type of career because he did it. Not only did he do it at a high level, he did it for a high level for a long time.
Real question.
Like, for real, a long time.
Real question.
He played through injuries and all that. Bullshit teams, everything.
Real question. Will your grandkids give a damn about Phillip Rivers?
Nah.
Think about this. For as much as I try to impress sports on my son think Dan Marino is a nigga who played for the Dolphins and was in Ace Ventura, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but I think that's a sad thing, man, because only one team can win the Super Bowl every year. Out of 32 teams.
Yeah, but you get Dan Marino had a 12, 13-year career. Like, we talking about people, like, he was a starter for 12, 13 years.
Right.
Phillip Rivers was a starter for 16 years. Like,
I got a question, though. And be realistic. All them years, Marino was there. Name one person that...
Mark Dubel, Mark Clayton?
No.
Oh.
No. He has receivers. No, I'm saying name the time that they was the favorite to not only go to Super Bowl, fuck win the Super Bowl, just go into the Super Bowl. I don't even think they were the favorite to go to the Super Bowl the year they went to the Super Bowl.
Tom Brady got 2 Super Bowls before we even knew who the fuck he was, bro.
Well, no, after the first one.
We really didn't know him the first one because we gave the defense all the credit. We gave the defense all the credit for the first one.
Yeah.
Tom Brady had 2 before we started giving him any respect. Dan Marino
I give you that.
Dan Marino had respect walking through the door.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, but they also came from two different places
and two different coaches.
Yeah, some people.
Dan had Don Shula for some years, right?
Yeah,
and Don Shula's supposed to have been the greatest before. I'm just saying
what they say. Overrated as a coach.
I give you that. I'm just.
I feel like saying. He was overrated.
So like, no, and again, like that's why I say like you have to nitpick when it comes to separating great. Like you can't now. Like a lot of people will say, well, if you think championships mean so much, how come Robert Horry ain't in your top 5? Because shut the fuck up. Because that's why. Because you cannot, like, you can't compare role players to stars when it comes to legacy, maybe. Like, you can judge their careers, and in a sense of, and when I say judge their careers, I'm not saying like he was better than him or he was better than him. I'm saying like, if Robert Horry, I can guarantee you that Charles Barkley would trade his career for Robert Horry's.
Maybe. I'm gonna tell you like this though. Maybe I got a suggestion. Maybe they should have a Hall of Fame, like a section for like role players.
There should absolutely be because
without those you wouldn't even have.
Because I think you can be an elite player and be a role player at the same time. And what I mean is, if you do your
sacrifice,
if you do your role so well that your team keep winning, like. It baffled me how I hate getting on it, but
you got some role players that will make it to the Hall of Fame and have.
Hold on. But most
Rodman is a prime example.
Yeah, but they didn't respect Rodman until after he was gone. People didn't start liking Rodman until if he didn't play for your team, the rest of the fucking world did not like him and didn't understand how people thought he was as good as he was.
I think him playing beside Scotty and Mike elevated his status. I think
it absolutely. When Mike vouched for him, it absolutely did. Coming from Detroit, he had a super bad mantra, but regardless of where he played at, the man was fucking elite.
Even if he hadn't went there and say he went to another team and he still did what he did
and was winning championships, and shit,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
because he was fucking elite, like everywhere he went. Like,
I mean, if you 6'8". I don't care how tall you is, but if you can do it at 6'8" and average 13, 14, and if you can go in there
7 years in a row,
wreck with Shaq with centers.
Man, that man led the league in rebounding 7 years in a row.
Man, it was times they put him on the best centers when it was a center-driven league.
What the fuck? Yeah, because he can. No, it's just it like.
And turn around and go out there and guard people on the wing.
And that's why, again, I honestly believe that it's goofy if a person think that you can't be a role player and be elite. Because Dennis proved it. To me, Draymond proving it.
Yeah, I be hating on him, man, but he's
like you can't like.
But I give you that, but I'm gonna tell you though, I don't know. I don't consider him. Damn. I guess I can. I consider him a great. And he probably should deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, but he would probably have the weakest numbers, and that's crazy. He would have probably the lowest numbers if he was low.
And I understand what you mean, but he would have a bigger impact than some people. He got a bigger impact than Tracy fucking McGrady. Tracy McGrady was just a numbers guy.
Impact on what, their team or impact on the league?
On the league. And
I ain't gonna say on the league.
What the fuck you mean? And I'm gonna tell you why. If what Draymond did for Golden State and allowing small ball to fucking thrive, Draymond is the sole reason why that small ball.
He's the engine. He's the engine.
With that being said, like basketball is changing behind that shit right there. Everybody looking for their Draymond Green.
They credit it to Steph though. That's what
of course, because he's the star. The same way, like, we can honestly say that there was a year that, first of all, let me say this. It's a fucking travesty that Steph ain't been an MVP in the finals. Iguodala should not have gotten that finals. I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. Steph averaged almost 30. 27 and some change a game in his first finals. Kill your goddamn self. That's first. Hold on.
They only gave it to him because he signed both ends of the.
Fuck,
That
Steph.
nigga, he did a great job on defense.
He didn't.
I didn't know
he did. How did he do a great job if LeBron averaged a 40-point triple-double? Like, let's be honest. How did he do a great job if LeBron averaged a 40-point triple? LeBron just ran out of gas.
No, it's deeper than that. I'm saying at the times when they he got stops when they needed him to get stops.
Well, fuck, man.
But it could be what you said. It could have been LeBron without a gas. But from looking at it, it looked like he got stops at the right time.
No,
that made the game.
They won't get in them stops. Remember, Cleveland was up 2-1.
Yeah.
Then LeBron, like, fuck. People like, what the fuck is that monkey face? Matthew Dellavedova? Yeah. He can't knock down a shot. And nobody could knock down a shot for LeBron. LeBron averaged a 40-point triple-double in a series that in the first one. Like, I can't give you that. Iguodala was so great on defense. It was just
he didn't check him the whole time. I'm saying when they put him on him, because they
won 3 high. Once they moved him to the starting lineup, they won 3 high. I know why he got it. Yeah. I'm telling you from a fan standpoint, that's some bullshit. Yeah. That's all. Now, the first one they won with Kevin Durant was absolutely the MVP. Let's go back and watch the third one though, and I bet you Kevin Durant had one bad game. Steph had one bad game. Steph averaged a fucking triple-double through the series.
Listen, though. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to tell you why.
Because of the impact of Kevin Durant. Them two shots right in front of LeBron. Yeah,
but
on the break to win games.
Not just that. And this is where I underrated Kevin Durant for a long time. Because I'm not a big numbers person, man. Really. But Kevin Durant is an elite scorer, like one of the, to me, top 5 of all time. But nobody other than a 7-footer, a center, has done it efficient as he has done it. He's fucking efficient, and that's what separates him.
Listen, what I am a firm believer that if you playing a game where it's make it, take it, I don't think if Durant got the ball first, nobody in the history of basketball would win.
I agree.
Can't stop that shit.
The only person, and it's crazy, I'm going to say the only 2 people that I think had a chance was on the same team, and that's because they were elite defenders.
Michael and Scottie.
And they the only 2 that have a chance.
But this nigga can back up the half court and just shoot.
That's why I said, you heard the key word. Key word was a chance.
Because I'm a firm believer that if we playing a game one-on-one.
And the nigga that I see you hear you bashing about, you just from the back, he got a chance too. His ain't as great as them, but I give Tracy Mcgrady a chance because for one, he's like 6'9", and he was fucking. His prime, that motherfucker was super athletic, and he could cause he had a chance.
I give you that.
I give him he had a chance.
Maybe
1-on-1, man. He was.
But I'm a firm believer that if Michael Jordan got the ball first against anybody in the history of basketball, then Michael Jordan I got about 6 of them people. Yeah. It's that if they got the ball first,
and I'm gonna go to what you just, and I'm gonna still piggyback what I just said. I still think Tracy Mcgrady is right there with him when it comes to that.
I think so too.
He really didn't have a weakness in his offensive game.
I agree with that. James Harden,
and he's 6'8" and long, not just 6'8", long and athletic with that.
And don't get it wrong, but see, that's individual shit. My knock on Tracy Mcgrady is that it didn't translate for a team.
I agree.
That's all. It's not the individual part. Okay, the same way I said about Iverson and Derek Fisher that people bash me for. People will bash me for this. I would take Rip Hamilton over Tracy Mcgrady on my team. Like, if I'm putting a team together.
What's wrong with that?
Because Tracy Mcgrady way better than, Tracy Mcgrady will destroy Rip Hamilton one-on-one.
Yeah, but I don't understand what's the argument.
No, because the average fan only care about one-on-one. The average, I'm not talking about the people who
Rip play defense. Rip got outside and mid-range.
Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna hit you.
And he's a Kevin Durant. He's efficient.
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you with the same question you asked me. Name a Richard Hamilton highlight.
I mean,
holding up the trophy after Chauncey hit the big shot, right? No. But that's what I'm saying. Rip ain't sexy. So to the average,
his game is mid-range.
Tracy McGrady was super sexy. Oh my God, Tracy gonna dunk on 3 niggas. Yeah. He might score 9 points in 3 minutes. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I mean when I say
he might hit 3 threes. You come out there and guard him on out there to the 3. He gonna blow past you and dunk on your big.
Like the average fan. Like Tracy McGrady, we can go watch highlights on. Oh my God, nice.
That's why I said he did. That's why I was saying I think he did more for the league. What I mean by that is, like, you got to think he played along Yao Ming, and like they were like their popularity during that time. You know what I'm saying? Like they revolutionized the game. Well, I'm talking about globally. Like,
no, and I lost a lot of that.
That's what I mean by I feel like he did more for the league than
See, Tracy McGrady has things in his career that hurt him to me. Okay, so one, and this is just me thinking for number one. I don't think he should have left his first or second cousin, Vince Carter. He should have stayed in Toronto.
Yeah, but he felt like he wasn't going to be the man.
Okay. You left your cousin and go be number 2 to Grant Hill.
Yeah.
Just Grant Hill got hurt. Okay. But let's go past that. Because after he did that, right? He was in Orlando. Remember he was up 3-1 on my Pistons?
Yeah.
And he said it felt good to finally be in the second round. Mm-hmm. And that was the first round?
Yeah, he ran him out.
And then Chauncey gave him like 147 in 3 games. And we came back and won?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to be strike number 2, right? For me. Then, probably what made me the maddest about Tracy McGrady was, do you remember when that first year they brought the zone back, and Tracy McGrady said, if y'all don't stop letting teams play zone against me, I'm going to retire?
Yeah.
You whining like a girl. I don't like that either. So it's I never take nothing away from his talent. It's just
You think the zone was who? You think it was really geared to?
Bubba Chuck.
Okay. All right.
You can't nobody stay in front of that little fast motherfucker, and he changed directions that goddamn fast.
Yeah,
No. They brought the zone in because we got to find a way to make it so Allen Iverson don't average 60 points a game on layups.
My only knock was him. Well, 2 knocks. I love him though. I mean, I normally won't say this in front of people, you know, because I'm biased as a motherfucker. But my only 2 knocks on him is the opposite of Kevin Durant. Like, he did his thing, but he wasn't efficient with it.
Who, Chuck?
Yeah, he wasn't efficient. Oh. And 2, I feel like you know, even though his talent level didn't require him to practice. Like I feel like Hetty would have put more commitment into that.
Oh my God,
he would have been able to evolve and had a longer career. It took his career to
Okay, so a couple knocks. First of all, the efficient one, I don't have that knock on Chuck, and I'm gonna explain.
I mean, if you're under 6 feet, you really shouldn't.
And I ain't even talking about it from that point. I'm talking about it like I think he wasn't efficient, but it was because of something else that he did wrong. Chuck didn't like playing with, like, he ain't like sharing his ball. This is my ball. Like, cause you remember, like, if him and Stackhouse could have stayed together, like, he had some scoring shit around him for a quick second, but he would run niggas the fuck off because he had to be Chuck. Now, with that being said, because he ran niggas off, like, when your second best offensive player on your team is fucking Aaron McKee, right? And Larry Brown pissed me off because he waited 10 years and let Chuck take all this heat about how much he shot the ball. And he waited 10 years to come out and say, well, shit, who else was supposed to shoot it? I told him to shoot the ball every time he got it.
Yeah.
That would have changed people's perception of him. Yeah. Oh, my God, the coach is telling him to do this. Like, you see why don't nobody get mad at James?
It didn't take a rocket scientist to see that, though.
Don't nobody get mad at James Harden because D'Antoni came out and said, this is the way we going to play. He get to do whatever the fuck he want to because he the best player. So nobody ever got mad at James Harden for playing that way.
But James Harden I think he had a little bit better supporting cast.
No. I'm just talking about the situation. Now, like, if I want to really have a knock on Chuck, this would be my knock. Fuck, I gotta say it. For as much as they did, let me say this: they disrespected the shit out of him. No other MVP in the history of basketball has ever been asked to come off the bench or any of that shit. But he from downtown, bro. You supposed to took that as a fucking fuel and been the best. Like, if fucking Lou Williams could come off the bench and give you 25 a night.
Yeah, he could have.
You could have just came off the bench and fried everybody, and then.
Yeah, I didn't understand that, man. I swear, even at the time when it happened, I didn't understand.
No, I did understand it because he was better than Mike Conley, and that's why I don't want y'all. I'm trying to make me come off the bench. I'm better than him.
Yeah,
but
I don't even. But that's the thing. I don't think he was better. I think he was a better player. I don't believe he was a better fit or better.
No,
I think he would have been a better fit coming off.
No, they would have had to change their whole fucking team up.
Just like I feel like for real, I feel like. That Thunder team that had, I feel like Harden should have been in the starting lineup and Westbrook should have came on the bench, and I feel like they probably would have won the fucking championship.
Well, see, I think,
and I said that back then. Motherfuckers thought I was absolutely insane when I said it.
I didn't think that. I think they should have both been in the starting lineup. I just think I think his whole career, and he's done a great job of assimilating because they've made him. But I've said his whole career that Russell Westbrook is just out of position.
Listen,
he's a two-guard.
Yeah, but see, that's my point. That's why you bring him off the bench. So that way, when you close with both of them. You start off with him on the bench to make he can know his position.
No, because they made him a point guard. He didn't come in and say, "I want to be a point guard." They said you're going to be the point. That's one. Two, like. You got niggas like Tabo Salvalosha in your goddamn starting lineup. Now, he can defend. Russell Westbrook defend like a motherfucker, too. Tabo Salvalosha can't hit the back of the fucking backboard. Russell Westbrook can put pressure on you. Like, you see what I'm saying? And I get it. Like, I could have seen Westbrook coming off the bench and being a spark guy, too. But they didn't win the championship because of James Harden. I don't give that. Like, my knock on James Harden has been the same forever. He got to the championship. Go look at his numbers. That bitch averaged like 9 points. Yeah. Like he fucking held his dick in his hand.
But I feel like had he been starting, he would have been more in the floor of the game.
No, because once he couldn't make shots in game 1 and game 2, he wouldn't shoot. Like if you go back and look in game 3, like they was.
Yeah, but if you the point, listen, that's what I'm saying. If they'd have had him playing a point, your job, distribute, make everybody else. I think the game would have came to him better. You know what I'm saying?
I give you that.
That's what I saw, man. That's what I saw watching that. I'm like, he should be the one. You know what I'm saying? Initiating the offense, and you know what I'm saying.
I can give you that.
That's just what.
And
I'm gonna tell you. And my argument looked shaky for a while and it's crazy up until right now.
Because that shit look.
Because I've been saying this shit for years, and people like, nigga, you crazy. I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, I understand the game, and
because Kyrie is efficient too. Kyrie play efficient basketball. Yeah, now, when it ain't working for Kyrie, it look crazy. But when it's working, this shit is fucking phenomenal. Like, and James Harden is making the game easier on him. They winning without Durant.
Think about it though. Think about right now, right? Well, what they doing right now with him at the point. Just think about back then. What a fucking Westbrook in his prime. Durant in his fucking prime.
I'm going to piggyback that because I'm going to tell you right now, and a lot of people will not agree with this, but, okay, so if we did the MVP at the halfway point of the season right now, it would be either Joel Embiid or Donovan Mitchell.
I would give it to Embiid. And I'm a Utah fan, but I still wouldn't give it to Donovan Mitchell.
Now, with that being said, though, if they keep playing the way they're playing, I think the MVP race going to come down to two people that ain't even being talked about right now. And that's two former MVP winners.
Harden and who else?
Fucking Russell Westbrook. Do you see the shit that Washington had the second best record in the fucking league the last month and a half, bro? Yeah, them people winning like shit. And it's literally, okay, look, Bradley, I know you can score. I can do this other shit too, though, bro. Let me. And now, like, oh my God, he fucking...
Bradley Beal said something the other day that blew my fucking mind. It was before, and what's crazy is he said it before this winning streak. Now, it made me think, is that the reason? This is what this motherfucker said when they was losing. And when he said it out of his mouth, I said, this nigga is full of shit. He said, Russell Westbrook is the best teammate I ever had.
No, everybody who ever played with him say that.
I heard people, trust me, I heard it. But when he said it, My first instinct is, he's full of shit.
No.
He's trying to get Tracy. I'm just saying that's what I thought. Me, I'm always, I got trust issues. Like I'm looking deeper into shit. I'm an overthinker. I'm like, that's some bullshit. I'm not saying he ain't, but I don't think he think that. That's what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
And it might have been a shot at John Wall as well.
Could have been.
But I have heard
everything other than
I have heard Steven Adams say that. I heard Enes Kanter say that. I ain't never heard Durant say that. But I heard Cephalosha say that. Like, I have heard people say, like Russell, like he call and check on you when fucking going through slumps. Like, they say he a great human being, and you can fucking see it. He just a nigga. Yeah. Like, because they got a whole video on YouTube of him cussing out fans talking crazy to him. Bitch, I beat you up and your wife. He said that shit to a nigga. He said, I swear to God, I'll fuck you and your wife up, bro. I ain't playing. I swear to God. Y'all better go get him. I like that shit, too, because you ain't going to talk to me fucking crazy all the time.
I ain't never mad at that. So, like, shit.
No, but
see, people look at basketball. Fuck that. When the lights go off in that gym, I'm a motherfucking human being. When I step off that court, I'm a human.
No, and
fuck that shit.
No, and that's in any element of life. Yeah. Like, and I be trying to make people understand that shit. Like I be talking to my son. Like, he be like, "Damn, yo, you talk to the homeless people in front of 7-Eleven the same way you talk to everybody." Hell yeah. Because I don't know what that man might, like, I might talk to that man crazy. He might say the next person that called me a bum gonna fucking die. You never know what that, like, you see, I got to go into every situation protecting me and mine. And everybody deserves, like, where people are in life has nothing to do with who they are as people. Like, a lot of people get that fucked up. You think because he homeless, he a bad person. No, life just fucked him up. Yeah. That shit happened. So, and
man, I remember a time this ain't got nothing to do with basketball. It's fuck your feelings though, and a lot of people don't know this. Man, I came home in January '95. I was 18 years old. I was in jail. Came home, and I came home. My mom had moved. Put it like this: I was homeless. I had a house to stay in, my grandma's house, but she had moved out. Electricity was off. Somebody broke out, stole all my clothes, all my money. No, motherfuckers don't know this, but for like 3 weeks. I'm basically in the fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Sleeping in the goddamn of the bando, goddamn.
Yeah, basically.
No, man. No,
I did that shit for 3 weeks.
No, and that's like, people don't really, like, because everybody, like, this world, the way the world is set up now, like, everybody only want to see everybody doing good, and never bad, anybody who going through bad shit and talk about it, they complaining. And you know what I mean? Like people go through real shit. Like stuff that when we were young, especially coming from the communities we coming from, that was like fucking black magic and shit. Like, you heard PTSD. You just looked at that man and was like, man, they say the war fucked him up. He crazy. No, he really got some shit fucked up with him. And as you get to live your own life and understand what the fuck go on in this world, you be like, oh my God. Like, you have people pegged so wrong based off perception of what